Imagine starting your own YouTube channel and making $15,000 to $20,000 a month. That's the average revenue for Reyes the Entrepreneur, and we're here today with the channel's founder to find out exactly how he got there. Reyes Gasca started his YouTube channel in 2015 to help people gain financial independence. His mission of making business easy clearly resonated with his viewers. He's been able to steadily increase his revenue to $200,000 a year, build a community of nearly 400,000 subscribers, and his videos have been viewed more than 27 million times. Is there a type of content that consistently gets more views than others?
Make more of what your audience wants to watch. That's really the secret right there.
What's the monthly cost of running your channel? Today, Reyes the Entrepreneur is going to share with us how you can start your own YouTube channel, the different strategies he uses to build his audience and revenue, how he plans to reach and achieve the 1 million subscriber mark, and how he's going to build on his success to reach the 7 figures in revenue and a lot more.
I'm very open. I make between 15 to 20,000 a month. We make money from views. We get subscribers from views. We get recommended from views. So your number one job as a YouTuber is, how do I get more views?
We're excited to share Reyes' tips to YouTube success. Whether you're looking to make money on your channel or advertise your business, you're gonna hear a lot of great tips in this video. Let's go meet him. Hey, Ray.
What's up?
Good to meet you, my friend. Things are good? Oh. Let's get this going. All right, you guys, we are here with the famous Reyes the Entrepreneur.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for taking your time. You've got so much energy, and we want to bring that to our channel.
Oh, it's the coffee, bro. It's the coffee.
Oh, is that it?
That's it.
That's pretty.
And then that's it, bro. That's it.
Tell us a little bit about yourself, Reyes. How did you open up or start a YouTube channel, and did you expect to become so popular over time?
I really didn't know what I wanted to do with my life. So I was just trying different things. And one day I'm like, let me try YouTube. And I tried making a YouTube video. I thought, of course, it was going to get 1 million views.
Of course.
12 views, bro. And that was it. But what I learned was I liked the process and I loved making a video that potentially could help people. And that's when I told myself, this is what I want to do for the rest of my life. Not really YouTube, but teach and motivate. And that's how it all started. I knew it was going to work out. I just didn't know when, but I was willing to put in the time.
Right.
And 2.5 years later, I finally started making money from it.
Beautiful. So you believed in the what instead of the how?
Yeah, I believed in me
Right.
and my passion and what I wanted to do with my life. There's a quote out there that really stuck with me. Do what you love and the money will follow. I believe that 100% and it's been true for me.
Reyes, did you have an initial budget to get started? And to follow up, how much do you need to get started on the YouTube channel?
A YouTube channel, you know what, man? When I started, I was broke, first of all.
All right, so you were in the negative.
Nah, not negative. But, I was working fast food, making them billions. I went to Kmart, bought a $50 camera, sucked. If you see my first videos, horrible audio, horrible visuals, but the point is I got started to get that experience. But nowadays, phones have such great cameras and audio that you could start with that. But, if you have a couple $100, get you, like my camera that I use, $200. And I've been using that my whole, pretty much YouTube career so far.
Wow. You don't like upgrading, do you?
Here's the thing. Why upgrade if what I have still works?
Okay.
And here's the thing. You could grow the channel however you want. But me, I try focusing more on the content, the personality, the value, than the equipment, the edits. Those are good too, don't get me wrong, but that's where my main focus is at. But pretty much showing you don't need a huge budget to get started.
Right.
You just need to get started.
What's the monthly cost of running your channel, Reyes the Entrepreneur? Is there unexpected costs that you discovered over time?
No, there's hardly any cost if you're working from home and you already have the equipment. But me, I'm trying to grow. I rented an office. So that's $1,100 right there on rent, plus internet, plus electricity. Now I'm a corporation. I'm an S Corp. So now I pay myself and I have to pay those taxes at the end of every month, every time I get paid. But honestly, there's not a lot. It's a low. Oh, I also have an editor. You know, he helps me out. But it's really low cost. It's a great business if you enjoy it and you're willing to tough it out until you start making that revenue.
All right, some of the more technical questions, hence I'm going to read them off for our viewers. What's the channel's revenue in a typical month, and what's the main source of that revenue for Reyes the Entrepreneur channel? And can you break it down for us?
Yeah, of course, man. Just letting you know, I always share this. I'm very open. I make between 15 to 20,000 a month.
Okay.
And YouTube is between 7 and 10,000, and then my affiliates between 2 and 5,000, and a new source, sponsorships, which have been between 1 and 5,000 a month.
What's your number one advice to someone who wants to build or grow their subscriber base? What are the 3 things they need to focus on the most?
Okay, the first 2 is, of course, title and thumbnail.
Okay.
Nowadays, click-through rate is the most important, because you can't get views if nobody clicks on your video. So you gotta kind of make a clickbaity title and thumbnail, you know? Oh, and another thing is, focus on trends or topics that are gonna get views. Like, I've tried so many different things, but my growth only came from 2 topics: t-shirts and vending machines. Even though I've tried eBay, Postmates, so many different things, those 2 blew up my channel. Now, I'm kind of like,
Plateau?
Yeah, waiting for the next thing that's gonna take my channel to the next level. But most importantly, you need to enjoy it. I'm not trying to hit a home run, a viral video with every video. I'm trying to have fun, provide value, and plus, I'm doing what I love, and I'm getting paid for it. Come on, man, I can't complain.
I love it. Do you do everything yourself, or do you have a production team? Is that something that's changed as the channel grew? And if you're outsourcing some of it, how much should others expect to pay?
So I do have an editor.
Okay.
And I do have a thumbnail guy. I only got them once I started making money.
Okay.
And for an editor, you're either gonna pay per video or salary. And like me, I pay my guy between $50 to $100 per video to help me edit. My thumbnail guy, $15 per thumbnail.
Okay. Only though when you started producing.
Only when you have money, because I'm a big believer, don't start spending money until you start making money. Now, of course, I do want to hire more people, but I need to make more money. I want to hire a production manager. I want to hire an assistant, but that's going to come with time. Here's the thing about growing the business. You can't rush it. You gotta, you gotta love it. You gotta be patient, and you gotta put in work every day. And that's how I treat my business.
You guys, I want to remind you and recommend to you again our hub coming in 2021. Upflip.com/HUB hub. That's where you can go and get real expert advice on how to start a business, grow it, and be super successful. Check it out when it's released. Which of your videos have the most views? Is there a type of content that consistently gets more views than others? And how do you go about choosing the topics for your videos?
The videos that get the most views is where I'm showing something that people don't normally see. Like my top viral videos are how much YouTube paid me for 1 million views, how much I made in my vending machine business in 1 month, kind of like that, where I show the money and just full transparency. Of course, not every video is gonna do great, but that's why I notice people like. I've made a lot of videos, and I try to see which ones are getting views, consistency. Like the car detailing videos, they all do great. The power washing videos, the trucking videos. And I figured out that my audience, they love content that's about a business that's easy to enter in with a significant amount of return. Like car detailing. You don't need a couple $100. You can make thousands of dollars a month if you're willing to put the work into it. But you see how I'm saying my audience.
Right.
It's different for everybody.
Yep.
There's some people who just talk in front of the camera and the audience loves that. You just got to figure out what your audience likes.
Yep.
And that's why I know that my audience likes.
What works for you doesn't work for you guys. So it's about.
But you just got to keep trying to see what gets views. It's all about the views.
Right.
I hate to say it, man, but it's all about the views. We make money from views. We get subscribers from views. We get recommended from views. So your number one job as a YouTuber is, how do I get more views?
About how many hours of work go into each of your videos, and how does that break down?
Oh, bro, see, here's the thing. The audience see this video, oh man, they just shot and posted it up real quick.
That's what I think.
YouTubers, they goes into planning it, filming it, editing it, and then posting it, and then thinking of the thumbnail, the title. I spend average between 6 to 10 hours per video.
Wow.
And I have an editor that helps me out. And I still put in 6 to 10 hours per video.
Elaborate on that. What does the 10 hours go on? Is it just mainly editing on a computer, or deciding what to omit, to keep?
So here's the thing, when you start a YouTube channel, you really gotta find your own style. What makes you different? I love throwing jokes into my videos. So it takes me some time to think of jokes, think of the flow. That's pretty much it. Editing the video, thinking of the jokes, recording the jokes, and then just polishing it, making the thumbnail, think of a good title, and boom, there you go. I know it sounds easy. I make it look easy because I've been doing this for 5 years.
Right.
But it's a lot of work, man.
Reyes, what about schedule for posting videos? Do you have a particular thing? What have you figured out over time? What's more successful?
The most successful thing about scheduling is whatever you're comfortable with, whatever you could keep up with.
Okay.
There's some people who could do 5 videos, 3 videos. Me, I try doing 2 videos a week. If I can't, 1 video. But I make sure I post at least 1 video a week because that's what I could handle and that's what my audience is used to.
Okay.
So whatever you could handle. If you could do 5 videos a week, great.
Is there a particular day that's best to post? It doesn't really matter.
Depending on the audience.
I see.
For example, my niche is like mid-30s. They have a job or they're going to school. So in the afternoons is the best time to post.
Okay.
Like between 3 and 5 p.m. Of course, if you post earlier, it doesn't matter. But I mean, if you're really trying to dial in your audience, figure out when they have free time to watch your content. The weekend is the worst time to post for my audience because Saturdays, you have a family, you're doing something, you got events. Sunday, you got church, you just want to chill. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So mainly during the weekdays, in the afternoon is the best time to post for my audience.
So you got to figure that out.
Yeah, you have a kid channel, schedule your videos after school. So that way, I kid you not, like Logan Paul. One day I was taking my nephew home from school. As we were driving home, he got a notification that Logan Paul just uploaded a video and he started watching it right then and there. So you really got to figure out your audience.
You guys, make sure you comment below about what Reyes the Entrepreneur is saying. It's really important for us to hear from you. We want to be there for you and provide more valuable content. Reyes, tell me about the first 1,000 subscribers. Was that hard to reach? Is that kind of the break-even ceiling? How long did it take you to get there?
So here's the thing. The first 1,000 subscribers is the hardest.
How come?
Because YouTube doesn't know about you. Nobody knows about you. But once you start growing a little bit, you start getting that momentum. And if you're consistent, YouTube starts recommending you more to different people. But yeah, the first 1,000, if you have 1,000 subscribers, you've already done the hard part. Because after 1,000 subscribers, it gets a little bit easier.
Each day.
Yeah, but of course you set higher goals.
Right.
1,000, now 10,000, then 100,000, then 1,000,000. The first 1,000 subscribers, the hardest. So if you ever to achieve that, pat yourself on the back.
There you go, guys. If you've just reached 1,000, give yourself a good pat on the back.
Yes.
Coming from Reyes the Entrepreneur.
That's right, that's right.
Talk to us a bit about your click-through rate, retention, and watch times. Are these the most important stats to considering running a YouTube channel, and how do you go about continually improving them?
Yes. Right now, here's the thing about YouTube. It's changed so much over the years, and it's going to continue to change. And YouTube doesn't just put out the whole secrets out there,
Right.
how it works. You got to figure it out on your own. But right now, everybody's talking about click-through rate, audience retention, and yes, you need to get better. You need to figure out what you could do to make your audience watch most of your videos. If you want to grow, if you want to be recommended to other people, make it entertaining, or at least make it knowledgeable or add value to it. But figure out what you could do to make it more interesting.
There's no cheat book that you can buy
Nah.
that just tells you everything?
Nah.
So how do you figure out? Give us an example where you figured out and improved your click-through rate, improved your retention rate. Do you have one example?
Yeah, of course. So my channel, it used to be about me making t-shirts and vending machines. Of course, here's the thing about content. People are gonna love it, but sooner or later, it's gonna die out. So I needed to try something new, and I did the ride-alongs. And I was trying a whole bunch of different ride-alongs, and I figured out my audience, they love watching businesses and how much money they make in a day. And that's it. So I just started making more of that content. Here's the thing about YouTube. Make more of what's working. Make more of what your audience wants to watch. That's really the secret right there.
This is the end of part 1 with Reyes the Entrepreneur. I hope you guys really enjoyed it. Knowledge free 99, that's what he talks about. That's the secret to his success. So make sure you like this video right now, subscribe to our channel, and thank you for watching.